Come on, baby. Let's cross the street. Street this way. Today is November, 15th? November 15th. And already we got up the Christmas little wiener dog, Santa wiener dog. Oh no, today's the 4th. I just looked at my phone. It's the 14th. But in any case, it's the 14th. And we got up the cute basset hound and wiener dog Santa Claus. Or maybe they're Santa's helpers. There's so many dogs on the street. I'm going to start counting. Okay. That's one dog to my right that's barking. There's a dog down behind us that was barking at us too. Let's see how many friends you got in the neighborhood based on how many dogs are barking from behind closed doors. Oh, what's that? I hope that didn't used to be alive. Okay. Looks like it's just a discarded teddy bear piece. Good morning, and good morning. Thank you for joining us on our cold weather walk. For some reason, my live stream is lagging. I had to turn off the Wi-Fi. I think when I pass by certain houses, it's trying to connect to their Wi-Fi and it's doing something weird. Who knows? But in either case, turn that Wi-Fi off. So even though I'm using up my data, gotta connect with my followers. Hopefully, Consumer Cellular understands. But yeah, this is day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is day 7? It seems like it would be day 6. I started taking care of them Friday. Wednesday, today's Thursday, right? Hold on, baby. So yeah, it's a week because I started taking care of them on a Friday, but today is actually day 7 because I'm including the first day. And I tell you, it feels good being back in the things with walking. I was having a dry spell where I wasn't getting any customers, and I was getting fat, man. I mean, I'm already fat, but I was getting fatter because I was sitting around eating and getting depressed. Like, my pet sitting business, it's not taking off. So now I feel a lot better. And with these guys, I've been walking them twice a day, so that's been helping me. 1, not eat so much. And 2, just stay active and be out in nature. I love being out in nature. This is beautiful for me. Even though, that's number 3. We're counting dogs. There's a little small dog barking at us from behind the window. I was saying earlier, it's a lot of dogs in this neighborhood. I said I'm going to start counting how many dogs are barking at us from behind the window, behind the door, or behind the fence. So that little yip yap, that makes 3. And we've only been walking for about 5 minutes. I just finished walking Big Brother. If you've been hanging out with us before and saw him walk, you know that he usually walks behind me. He's definitely not an alpha dog. He still needs to work on some confidence, and I think that's better for him when he walks alone. When he's walking with his brother definitely dominates. He doesn't get a chance to sniff like he's sniffing. He doesn't get a chance to walk at his own pace, and he walks behind me. He'll literally be walking behind me almost the whole time, and I have to pull him along. You guys don't want to see that. Man, why do you always pick the worst? He always picks the worst kind of grass for me to pick the poo out of. He doesn't go for this grass. He goes for the decorative grass. Man, hold on. Gotta get my poo bags. Because I'm a responsible dog walker. You guys definitely don't want to see what I'm about to do. So I'll just let you commune with nature for a moment while I commune with this package. Hey, it's the life of a dog walker, right? Or at least if you're a responsible dog walker, you're supposed to be picking up the poo. Package received. Isn't that like a military term or something like that? Spy term? When they do those reconnaissance things, don't they say package received or something like that? Well, package received. Good job. I wonder what dogs think about us when we pick up their poo. Probably the same things that cats think when we clean the litter box. Like, what are you doing? Why are they doing that? I got to put that in my notes too. I've been keeping notes for their pet parent. Howdy, Daniel Games says howdy. Now you sound like you from Texas. Are you here in Texas with me, Daniel Games? Talking about howdy. I say howdy sometimes. Howdy doody. Doody. I didn't mean to say that. Howdy doody. Daniel Games, where you watching from? Are you here in Texas? Are you somewhere here in the South? It is a nice dog. It's a very sweet dog. He's not my dog, though, but he's a very good dog. He's only 2 years old, and although he's not completely leash trained, he does pretty well. So thank you. Thank you for that compliment. It's nice and cold out here. It's so cold, I got my Rilakuma hat. Because with the changing of the weather, I don't want to get cold. I got my Rilakuma hat. Got my scarf. I got my hoodie, but I don't have my hoodie up. But their pet mom, says they love this type of weather because they have thick fur. So they love it when it's cool. Daniel Game says, nope, I'm from Europe. Oh, okay. Well, howdy anyways. I wonder if you guys are having similar weather. What's the weather over there in your part of the country? It's I don't know how to do the conversion, but it's 42 degrees here. I don't know if you guys are on the Celsius or Fahrenheit, but it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit here in the States. And in Texas, that's pretty cold. I'm actually from Michigan, up in the north of the United States. So 42 is still considered warm for us, just because we're used to dealing with snow and whatnot. Is four here? 4 degrees? Now, is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? It feels good to me, though, because when you're out dog walking, you're getting your body heat up, so you don't feel it as much. But I still got to wrap myself up so that I don't get the sniffles. Thank you to the 3 people watching. Hey, even if you're going to be here for just a moment, would you mind giving the live stream a thumbs up? It really helps me grow my channel so that other people who are interested in pet sitting and dog walking, life of a dog walker, life of a pet sitter, they'll be able to get these kind of videos pushed and recommended to them. Ooh, there's a lot of landscaping going on up there. So I'm probably going to turn around fairly early, or else it'll be too noisy for you guys. Let him get his sniff on. I call him Mr. Stop and Sniff. Mr. Stop and Sniff. Mr. Stop and Sniff. How you feeling, Mr. Stop and Sniff? His brother is Mr. Run and Go. He just go, go, go and pull, pull, pull. You see how slack this leash is? It's always like this. It's very tight with his brother because he's on the go, go, go. Yeah, I don't think I'll go up that far anyways because it'll probably make him a little anxious. So as soon as he gets done sniffing, we'll cross the street and turn around. What is it? What is it, Mr. Stop and Sniff? I want to know what's down there too. We don't want to go up there, right? Your hearing is a lot stronger than mine, so it's probably already noisy for you. Let's cross the street. Let's cross the street. Come on, baby. I don't want you to get startled, and I don't want you to have to hear all that extra noise. So go right on ahead. Yeah. So what's going on with you guys in the chat today? What's going on in your part of the world? What do you guys want to talk about? If you got any questions about dog walking, pet sitting, poodles? What's your favorite kind of dog? Or what's your favorite breed of dog? I tell you, my very first experience with poodles was not a good one. It was a dog who refused to walk. First of all, he almost pulled my arm out of my shoulder because he would just be pulling, and he wouldn't slow down at all. And then it was like hard to control him. Like if I need to cross the street or turn left or right, he didn't want to do it. So he'd either pull, and go, or he'd stop. Oh, that's dog number 4. I'm counting dogs that bark at us. 4 and 5. Oh, is that a Saint Bernard? Is that a Saint Bernard, or I think it's a Bernese mountain dog. I don't want to show the person's window because they got like some school information. One of those school signs that are popular. And I don't want to identify their house with the school. And I don't want to identify the neighborhood. But they got the window up, and this big fluffy dog. He's got black ears, white down the middle, and brown over the eyes. So I think that's either Saint Bernard or Bernese mountain dog. So that's number 4 as far as being barked at. It's a very dog-friendly neighborhood, dog-centric neighborhood. Oh, back to the poodle. So yeah, my first experience with dog walking was, one of my first experiences was with a poodle. And he was about this age, about 2 years old. He was about that big, maybe a little taller. Maybe he was 2 or 3. And he just refused to walk which way I wanted to walk him. And his favorite thing to do, like we're crossing the street right now, his favorite thing to do was to lay down in the middle of the street and stop and sit. And that was terrible, So I was like, oh, I don't like poodles. But now I like poodles. Now that I have a better experience. That's the thing about dogs, as I've been learning. I've always been a lover of animals in general. I prefer cats to dogs. No hard feelings up there, buddy. But I like dogs, and like most people, I probably have like a prejudice towards some dogs, just because of what I've heard or other people have told me. But the more that I walk different dogs and get my own experience, I get to learn their personality, and I get to have my own outlook about them. And it's definitely not some of their personality is breed specific. Like I was not helping, but I was taking care of one of my long-standing pet care jobs was with a pug. It was a lady that had Dachshunds and pugs, and her pug was a talker. I mean, he would bark at me all the time, and he was very like skittish. And I didn't know that about pugs, that they were more talkative. Now, him and his brothers, they would bark when somebody was at the door, but typically once that person came in, it's like, oh, okay, they're safe. they belong here. The other ones would quiet down. But the pug would be bark, 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 a bark, a bark, 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 a bark. Because that's what he did. He was a communicator. And so, yeah, some things are like breed specific. But also, it's still like depending on the way you train your dog. So I think if the lady had trained him like to stop barking, he wouldn't bark all the time, but he'd still be more prone to bark. Because like some things are just in you, but I still think it's up to the pet parents to like influence their dog. You can't change their breed and you can't change their instincts, but you can definitely like, what do you see? I don't see a squirrel over there. What are you looking at? What is it? Do you see something I don't see? What is it? I don't know. What is it? I see it now. Show you guys what he's looking at. See, I thought he was just looking at the grass. I can't tell what his eyes are. Of a dog's nature, a dog breeds nature, but I also think the pet parent, because oh, I keep connecting and disconnecting. Why? As a dog walker and pet sitter, the more I'm exposed to, the more I'm actually seeing the truth of what is actually a dog's nature versus what their owners let them get away with. I guess it's the same thing with kids. A child will take after their parent in personality in some ways, even though they have their own personality. But at the end of the day, your kids are going to do what you allow them to do, what you influence them to do, what they watch you do, or what they watch other people do. And you can correct them or you can ignore it, and then they'll just like keep doing it. Walking these guys separately, it's giving him confidence, and I think it gives the other guy discipline because I'm able to rein him in more. But hopefully the pet parent will continue to do that, because the one thing is, like, they're very close. The brothers, him and his brother, are very close. Like, they're always together. So there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety when I walk one and leave the other one at the house. He doesn't bark too much. This is not the alpha dog, but when I leave the alpha dog behind, he barks so bad. He barks so bad that the neighbor called my pet parent and was like, "Hey, I just noticed some unusual activity. Your dog's barking quite a bit," and it's because he was being left behind while me and him were walking. I wanted his brother to get a chance to enjoy the scenery and stop and sniff if he needs to, instead of getting pulled. And basically, the alpha dog was throwing a fit. He was throwing a temper tantrum. He was barking like the entire time we were gone. Like, this has been what? This has been maybe a 30-minute. I think this has been like a 30-minute walk. So for 30 minutes, this dog was barking nonstop. And it wasn't just a bark, bark. It was a bark, 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 bark. Like, they left me. They left me. Hey, don't walk without me. They left me. Like, he was very frustrated. So anyways, I say all that to say, I could understand why a pet parent would be like embarrassed that their dog is barking like that, because they don't want to like bother the neighbors. But at the same time, I think if you that's like part of the training process. Like, train your dogs that it's okay to be alone and separated sometimes for short periods of time. It's okay that you can walk alone and your brother can walk alone. And then once she's walking them singly, individually, and like maybe teaching them some commands like, this way, that way, stop, don't pull, stuff like that. Once they learn each of those commands on their own, I think it'll be easier to walk them together. But right now, Walking them together is chaos. Pure chaos. Let me check the chat filter. Sometimes it will default to the top chat only, and I won't be able to see the other people talking. Hey, Mr. Stop and Sniff. Mr. Stop and Sniff, come get a whiff. I like this grass today. Mr. Stop and Sniff, hey, come get a whiff. I love being outside to play. I like to take my time while she makes her rhyme and see what there is to smell. But when I have to walk with my big brother, well, it doesn't go so well. Oh, you see how he got startled? He got startled from that plastic bag. He's so his personality is so different. He's cautious. He's easily startled, anxious, and just not as confident as his brother. Thank you for that one thumbs up. I hope I can get some more before my stream is done. Get a little bit of love. Maybe some folks can pet the maybe some folks can pet that heart button, one of those emojis. Even if you don't like to talk, you could always interact with the chat by leaving a heart, leaving a smiley face, those little emojis off to the side. I think that counts as engagement. Yeah. All right. We're about ready to wind this down, buddy. I do have a goal. I have a goal. It's a pretty lofty goal. I would like to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If I was to do that, that'd be amazing. If I can get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I can actually start making some money with my channel, and that would be good supplementary for my disability income. Not much, but something. And now YouTube is letting folks have all this cool. What you got down there, buddy? Now people, the YouTube is letting people have like extra stuff like badges and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Well, the badges is just the badges don't really do anything, but like they allow you to have what is it, a store, memberships, stores and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll ever be like getting merch. I don't need to sell merch, even though somebody told me you should sell stuff. I don't want to sell stuff. I want to do stuff, but I don't want to sell stuff. Oh, hi, little birdie. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up. Let's see if I can pick it up. I think that's a bluebird. And on this other branch, it should be a robin. And yeah, there's always a lot of activity going on. And as soon as I say activity, they start chirping. Hey, birdies. Please don't poop on my head, birdies, as we're walking by. It's a lot of activity, but when I point my camera, it doesn't really pick up. It's my favorite time of year. Autumn is my absolute favorite time of year. Cool weather, changing of the leaves, crunchy leaves and acorns underfoot. I don't know why somebody's watering their grass. Usually people don't water their grass anymore after this time, November. But yep, All right. Thanks again for the thumbs up. Thumbs ups are always appreciated. Definitely helps the channel. Sharing the videos with your favorite pet parent always helps. Uh, Engaging in the chat helps the channel. Uh, Hearting, using the heart emojis off to the side helps the channel. Um, Leaving a comment after the fact helps the channel. And I'd say subscribing helps the channel. I don't really think it actually does. I think watching does more than anything. Because YouTube looks at like how many people are watching and for how long. I don't think the subscribing does too much other than get you the play buttons. You know how people have the platinum play button and gold play button? Look at this real quick. I don't want to show too much, but look. I don't know if it's because of my phone or what. I'm trying not to trade it. I was trying to show you that cool decal. It said, tell you I said hi. I don't know if it showed up or not. Anyhow, thanks again for hanging out with us for this wag and walk talk. I might be able to take off my hat in a little bit. It was 40-something degrees when I started. And I'm trying not to get sick. I do not want to get sick with all this hot weather, cold weather. No, no, no. So I will be bringing Rila Kuma with me. It's one of my favorite hats. I don't think I actually need it at the moment. We're gonna wash that gray right out of your head. I remember that old commercial. I'm not washing no gray out of my head. If it grows, it stays. Know what I mean, buddy? He's like, are we going home yet? Yes, baby, we are. We're going home. Just trying to take off some of this extra accessories because it's starting to feel warm now. Yep. Thanks for rocking out with us. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the thumbs up. And if you've been subscribing or if you've subscribed lately, I appreciate that. If you've shared me out, I appreciate that. For those people who have been leaving comments, I think I've only got like 1 or 2 trolls. And I won't call them a troll, but I'll say there's 1 or 2 people who have left less than pleasant comments in the comments of some of the videos. That's okay. We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree on everything. I think it was me reacting to someone else's video. And they said something like, no SHIT. That's what you got to do with a dog. You know, that's what they do, or something. But I follow this girl. Her name is Sunshine and Sparkles Blog or something like that. And she makes a lot of enrichment toys and gives good advice on keeping your dog happy. And so I watched one of her videos and I was like, oh, I should do that during my walk. I'll incorporate that into my walk. And so I did a reaction video. And the person left a comment saying something like, yeah, no SHIT, you got to take your dog for a walk if he's hyper. And I was like, whoa, that's unnecessary. The point was, let your dog sniff as much as possible. Because as they're sniffing and they're getting that extra stimulation, it actually tires them out mentally, and then they won't be so hyper. Anyways, all comments are good comments as far as I'm concerned, because you could always filter out certain things that people can and can't say, and then you can block them if they're just being really mean. But yep, that's about it. We're going to wrap this up. I thank you all for checking me out. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you're a dog person or cat person, subscribe and follow. Check out the funny memes on my shorts. Check out some of the more informational videos on my long form videos. If you want to walk and talk while I'm on pet sitting jobs like I am now, join me during the live streams. And if you want to know when that happens, make sure you subscribe so you get the notifications. And yeah, thank you for your support. Help me to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And me and this guy will check you out later.